Live from West Bloomfield High School, this is the 2018 West Bloomfield Youth Assistance Youth Recognition Awards.
kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know, let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. Whoa, whoa. It's funny how some everything seems everything seems. And the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, I know I'm free. Let it go, let it go. I am one with the wind and sky. Let it go, let it go. You'll never see me cry. Here I stand, and here I stay. Let the storm rage on. My power flurries through the air into the ground. My soul is spiraling in frozen fractals all around. And one thought crystallizes like an icy blast. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Let it go, let it go. And I'll rise like the break of dawn. Let it go. The perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on. Oh, never bothered me anyway.
Let's give the Laker Express another round of applause, please. I was a little nervous before I came up here because I thought I was going to get the microphone with the beatbox, the guy that was beatboxing and spitting on it, but I'm safe. Exciting news tonight, very exciting. I know I can see the excitement in your face that tonight's events are being broadcast live on WBTV Channel 19 and 89.3 WBLD, all new Lakes FM in West Bloomfield. So very exciting. My name is Kurt Lawson. I am the chair of West Bloomfield Youth Assistance, and on behalf of everyone at Youth Assistance, we want to welcome our award, the people getting the award up here, our nominators, and all the family members that showed up tonight. We appreciate it. This is our 22nd year of doing these awards, and it seems to get better and better every year, so we appreciate your support. West Bloomfield Youth Assistance began in 1959 with the goal of being a safety net for youth and families. And I'm proud to say that in 2018, we are still playing an important role with children and families throughout the greater West Bloomfield area. We have achieved this success through our casework services, our Mentoring Plus program, our scholarship program, our skills program, and our newest program called Parenting on the Go, which you can see on Civic Center TV, and it's possible, not probable, we could win an Emmy for this because it is actually a great show. We've had a lot of very positive feedback from parents all over the community, so check out Parenting on the Go on Civic Center TV. So you've already seen them once, and I want to bring them back up here, our musical guests. So it's my honor to introduce the West Bloomfield Laker Express under the direction of Sherry Hawk for our national anthem. So if you can please rise. Thank you. Thank you very much, Laker Express, and I'd like to present Mrs. Hawk with a certificate of appreciation from West Bloomfield Youth Assistance. I want to say a special thank you to two special individuals that really made this happen tonight. And that is our youth assistance caseworker, Stacy Passini. She's back in the corner here. Stacy. And our executive secretary, Rachel Akizian. I appreciate your hard work. Thanks, Rachel. I also want to thank our West Bloomfield Youth Assistance Board. They are comprised of volunteers. And we put a lot of hours in to try to help kids throughout our community. So I want to recognize them tonight. So would members of the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance Board please stand up when I call your name? And then everyone out there, just hold your wild applause until I'm done, okay? Vice Chair, my partner in crime, Kelly Heyer. Treasurer, Melanie Torbert. Past President, Carol Hack. Board Member and School Liaison Officer, Katie Rocher. Board Member, David Fleischer. Board Member, Emma Zirkel. And our School Board Liaison, Christina Elson. Thank you very much. So we've come together tonight to honor some very special students that are sitting behind me. These students have gone above and beyond what is expected of them. These students deserve to be recognized for their hard work and achievements. And to help us recognize these students, we've invited some dignitaries, and they're sitting right in this front row right here. So as I call your name, please stand. Chief Michael Patton. Chief of Youth Assistance Services, Mary Schusterbauer. Representing Congressman Brenda Lawrence, Jeremy Kaplan. Deputy Superintendent of West Bloomfield School District, Art Ebert. West Bloomfield Treasurer, Terry Weingarten. And the President of the West Bloomfield School Board, Randy Sakwa. Also in attendance out in the crowd there, we have County Commissioner Tom Berman and school board members Carol Finkelstein and Nick Hirsch. Thank you for being here. So as we continue the program, I would like to bring up the chairman of this year's Youth Recognition event, Mr. David Fleischer.
Good evening. My name is David Fleischer, and I'm the 2018 Youth Recognition Chairperson. I'd like to especially thank the rest of the committee members, Ms. Debbie Binder, Ms. Kelly Heyer, Ms. Rachel Akizian, and Mr. David Scott. I'd like to thank them, for without them this event would have not happened. To help us with our 22nd annual awards is our Mistress of Ceremonies, the Honorable Judge of the 48th District Court, Diane D'Agostini. Judge D'Agostini is currently appointed Chief Judge by the Michigan Supreme Court. Judge D'Agostini was elected a District Court Judge in the year 2000 after serving as an assistant prosecutor for many years. Judge D'Agostini's passion is teaching kids about the law. She has formed several programs specifically for children, including Order in the Court and Court in School. Both programs have involved thousands of students coming to court to learn about the law in a simple and age-appropriate manner. Judge D'Agostini is also the host of a local cable TV show called Our Kids with Judge Diane D'Agostini, which highlights the charitable works of our local children and teens. Lastly, but certainly not least, Judge D'Agostini devotes her professional and personal life to being a Women of Tomorrow mentor, whose mission is to inspire, motivate, and empower at-risk women to live up to their full potential. For all of these reasons, plus many more, Youth Assistance believes Judge D'Agostini is a perfect choice to MC tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Honorable Judge Diane D'Agostini.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, students. And I understand we're live on cable, so good evening to everyone who's watching in West Bloomfield. Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be here. Ms. Schusterbauer, I was at the Birmingham Bloomfield Youth Assistant Award Ceremony about 2 weeks ago, and it's just really wonderful and inspiring for me to see all of these young students be recognized for so much good. And it's a pleasure for me. People were thanking me for coming and being here. No, I bring that straight back to you for giving me the opportunity. It was a rough day in court today, let me just say that. And it's helpful for me to see the good, wonderful things that young kids are doing. So again, I thank you. I really want to thank West Bloomfield PD. You have enough representatives here from Deputy Chief Lawson and Chief Mike Patton and the entire board, the members who are here, and everyone from West Bloomfield Youth Assistance. This program is so wonderful, helps so many young people, and sometimes people don't know what's happening behind the scenes. This is just one of the events where they take the time to really recognize your kids who are doing a great job in the community. So, West Bloomfield Laker Express, wow. Can you put the group on American Idol? How does that work? But they are amazing. and I enjoyed hearing them. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, these kids in the room, remember their faces because they are changing lives and really doing wonderful things in the community in their own very quiet way. It's so wonderful that they were recognized, some of them by their teachers and other people that notice the work that they're doing. We can only imagine what they're going to do in 15 years from now, you know, when you see kids doing things at this age that are really dramatic and helping other people. I would love to see where they are in 10 or 15 years, and maybe West Bloomfield Youth Assistance can arrange that. I don't know, but I really am curious when I see all of these kids who are doing great things, where they're going to be in a decade. Congratulations to the students who are all going to be recognized today. So the way this will work is I am going to read the name of the student and then the person that nominated them. So our first award will be going to Raya King, and she was nominated by Alicia Loundman.
Good evening. Raya King is a member of Girls in Tune Incorporated, a mentoring organization that empowers teenage girls. Raya has demonstrated perseverance, leadership, and innovative skills throughout her membership with Girls in Tune. As a member, volunteering and attending empowerment events is a requirement. Raya has volunteered and attended feeding the homeless, serving the elderly at local nursing homes, Teens for Pink, embracing awareness about breast cancer. Raya consistently brings a positive energy, always motivates and encourages her peers in the group. Raya is an excellent candidate and will benefit greatly from this opportunity. Thank you.
Congratulations to Raya. Next, we have Jared Arbit, and he was nominated by Deb Shaffrin. Is Ms. Shaffrin here? Congratulations.
I said I'll behave. Okay.
Hi, everybody. Jared, my school son. When Jared walks into a classroom, it is evident to see how many students in the special needs classes are happy to see him. Jared has been part of our Student League program for the last 2 years. He has bonded with many of our students. He greets the students by name. The friendships he has made are quite obvious. Let's see. It is surely a sight to see when he greets one particular student who has limited verbal skills. They have a special handshake with one another. It incorporates fist bumps and arm movements. The two of them can be seen in the cafeteria eating together, shooting hoops in the gym, taking walks inside the school, working on class assignments, sitting next to each other during lunch and learns, and going out on community-based outings at restaurants. Jared is a senior, and he will be heading to Michigan State University. Go Green. I've got that plugged, people. I have a graduate from there. I have no doubt that he will continue the friendships he has made with the students. He has captured their hearts. So, Jared, congratulations. Hey, buddy. You gotta go to the back. Okay. wants to go next? I'm up here.
Thank you, Deb. Okay, sure. Next, we have Cooper Loudermilk, also nominated by Ms. Sheffrin.
Hi, Coop. Okay. Hi, Coop. Okay. Cooper is a junior this year and was on the varsity football team that made it to the state finals. Yes. He is on the track team and throws discus and shot put. He's a lifeguard at the JCC. His plans are to get a degree in biomedical engineering and create prosthesis in the future. I practiced that word too. He says he likes to help people who may not get the same equality as others. This young man is Cooper Loudermilk. He has quite a quiet voice and disposition. More importantly, he should be recognized for the bond he established with students, and again, in our special needs program, classroom. Cooper developed a personal bond with one particular young man. He helped this young man in class with his classwork, walked with him around the school, indoors in the winter, of course, and also even sat with him in the cafeteria for lunch. It is my pleasure to acknowledge Cooper and to honor him with the Youth Assistance Award.
You have been busy. Next, we are honoring Sidney Morrow, also nominated by Deb Sheffrin.
Okay, so you ready? I've been busy writing. Okay, what a pleasure it is for me to give you some insight about this lovely young lady, Sidney Morrow. Sidney is a senior this year. She is devoted to her studies and has surely made the best of her high school years. She has been in choir for 4 years and has been on the cross-country team for 4 years and the track team for 3 years. She has been part of the National Honor Society for the last 2 years. Let's just say that her grade point average is above a 4-point. Yeah, Sidney will be on, well, she just was on stage in Hairspray. When I wrote this, it was a little earlier. It is quite an honor for me to recognize Sidney for the Youth Assistance Award for her devotion to the LEAP program in our school. She has been a LINK student all year, working again with students with special needs. Any task you give her, she gives more than 100%. Her bond with the students is apparent. Okay, in the fall, Sidney will be attending Wayne State University to pursue a nursing degree. Sidney, I wish you continued success, and I can't wait to see you at your high school graduation and college graduation as well. Congratulations. Oh, Sid, you gotta go straight to him.
Okay.
Okay.
It's okay, Ms. Sheffrin. We like you up here. Next, we have Brooke Taylor, also nominated by Ms. Sheffrin.
Okay, this is my last one, I promise. Okay, you want to move up a little so everybody can see you? Let's meet this happy-go-lucky junior student, Brooke Taylor. You definitely know she has entered your classroom because she has a contagious smile and friendly disposition. It is clear that she has a high spirit and a joy to be around. She is a cheerleader. She is a dancer. She dances ballet, lyrical, jazz, and modern. She is a devoted student. She is an inspiration to others. She gives hugs. She is caring. She loves volunteering at homeless shelters, being involved in the African American Awareness Club, and teaching young children to dance. Brooke is a LINK student in our special needs classroom. She can be found helping students with assignments. She sings in class. She dances in class. She likes to eat, especially Rice Krispie treats. She surely takes her school and her extracurricular activities seriously. She is Brooke. With excitement, I am pleased to recognize Brooke for this Youth Assistance Award. I'm confident that Brooke has an outstanding future ahead of her. She has plans to go into medicine and continue dancing. Please make sure to get an extra ticket for me at your college graduation when you become Dr. Brooke Taylor, the dancing medical doctor. Mom, you all right? Is Mom here? Okay, go shake her hand. Okay.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shaffrin. The time and energy you spent recognizing these students and all the details, it's wonderful. Okay, next we have Ariana Lowland, nominated by Miss Sonia James and Blaine McDowell. You know, this is not on the script, but I have to say something about principal of Chico Elementary, Miss James. She called me last week and asked, I'm telling you this so you know the type of principal you have at Chico. She called me and wanted to bring a student over. This is a student that she is spending a lot of time with, who is having a few issues, but to take the time to call me, to bring him and his family to court and just talk about some things, I was so impressed. So impressed. This young man is in 5th grade, and she cares so much that she went the extra mile. So I'm going to recognize you, Miss James.
Thank you, and it really is not about me, and I really appreciate you taking the time, because what she didn't share with you, Judge Agostini, is that she spent at least an hour with that family of her time during court. So I really appreciate you going above and beyond. But if you don't mind, if I could call Zion Rodriguez and Vincent Rush to come out as well, because they are really a trio. And it is an honor and a pleasure to have such wonderful students in the building who actually do not mind taking the time to give to other students, particularly one student that was new to our school this year, and he came late in the school year. And the student really struggled with coming to school, friendships, and things of that nature. These three lovelies gave up their time during lunch, in the morning, whenever I needed someone to comfort and to just lend a listening ear or to be that friend with the student. They were always willing to just step up and drop whatever they were doing to go and help out. And even some days they just came to see. And the words that they would use to encourage this young man to feel comfortable about coming to school, to know that it's okay to transition and to experience something new and that it was hard. I really would like to applaud them for just giving up their time when others were really into their own social circles. These three were really concerned about the new student who found it really hard to adjust, and they just gave up their personal time. So I'd like to say thank you all for doing such great things at Chico Elementary. I love you. Yeah.
Okay, next we have Jay Rubin, nominated by Marion Sodich. Jay.
Good evening, everyone. I actually would take this opportunity to also call Andrew Scheffler, both these boys, and I'd like to honor both of them. My name is Vanita Parekh, and I'm one of the advisors, along with Marian Sodich, who get this privilege of working with young boys and girls each week for the Interact Club of West Bloomfield, a club that's sponsored by the Rotary Club of West Bloomfield. This club has been around for a long time, and each month these kids come up with projects which they plan out and execute. And it is my great honor, both Andrew and Jay have worked immensely for the past 3 years with the Interact Club. Some of the activities that they did, and which is so unique for this year, is the Eyes on Detroit project, a project where they raise funds for the visually blind and impaired children in Detroit. It's a social media. These people live on social media, and this was a great photo contest that they organized, not only reaching out to community members, but seeking sponsorship for food, for pictures, and spreading the message. I think we raised about over $1,000, and it was 1,500. There you go. So it's kudos to both these boys that this project could come into play. Along with that, we do numerous projects, the Blessings in Backpack, the Halloween cards for the seniors, and polio projects. So it gives me and Marion the great honor to work with both of them and the rest of the members of the Interact Club. So I would like to congratulate both Jay and Andrew for the wonderful work that they've done in the community. Congratulations.
Okay, Andrew, don't go too far there. Andrew's getting another award, and this one was nominated by Jenna Rahill.
It is a pleasure to wholeheartedly read the nomination for Andrew here tonight. Andrew has volunteered at Sunrise Senior Living for the past 3 years. In his role, in the nominator's role, she sees Andrew as the volunteer coordinator, and he has an outstanding character. For the first 2 years, Andrew performed violin concerts for the residents. This past year, he has come in 2 nights each week to call bingo. Beyond that, he builds relationships with the residents and makes them feel special, valued, and loved. He is a phenomenal young man who takes an initiative to make our residents' lives better. So that's on behalf of Sunrise. Okay. Congratulations. Okay.
Next, I'm going to call up Morgan Rodeheffer, nominated by Carly Belair.
Morgan stands out at Oakland Early College as an outstanding student and dedicated volunteer. Since Morgan started at OEC, she has consistently volunteered her time any way she can to support our school. Morgan volunteers by tutoring students, assisting the main office, and contributing to making our school a better place. Not only does Morgan contribute to our school, but she volunteers many hours a week with outside organizations. Morgan is an asset to our school and our greater community. When I first brought up this award to our staff, the first name that came up across everyone was Morgan's name, so I'm really excited that she's getting this recognition.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Okay, next, Kendall Fowler, nominated by 3 individuals, Erin Wynn, Jill Guanco, and Joanna Graham.
I am neither of those 3 people. My name is Amy Hughes. They could not be with us tonight. I'm the principal at Abbott Middle School, so I have the privilege of giving this award. If I could also call up Aneesa Hill, Kendall could not be with us tonight. He and actually 3 of the other nominees are heading to New York City. They are 2 hours into their 13-hour bus trip right now. So they, along with 100 other Abbott students, are going to see some shows and experience New York City. So, Aneesa, thank you for being here tonight. Aneesa has been with the social justice leaders for the last 2 years. They were instrumental in helping to make sure every student received a personalized, anonymous shout-out note last year, and they both were key organizers of last year's Culture Fair. Due to their excellent participation and contributions to the group's work, this year, Kendall and Aneesa were invited to represent Abbott students at our district social justice meetings. Even though these meetings are largely attended by teachers and administrators, and many students would be intimidated in this situation, Kendall and Aneesa have participated with confidence and have contributed valuable student voices to our district social justice work. Congratulations, Aneesa.
Okay, next I'm going to ask Paige Harris to come down, and she is also nominated by Amy Hughes.
Paige Harris is also in her 2nd year as a social justice leader, and ever since she joined the group, her quiet leadership has helped steer the ship. Paige is highly skilled in observing and assessing our group's needs and filling where we need help. Her initiative in helping organize our culture fair has been invaluable, and we know we can rely on her because she does everything with excellence. This year, Paige stepped outside of her comfort zone by participating in a student-led fishbowl-style discussion about students' experiences around social justice issues in school. This discussion was held on the stage of the high school auditorium and viewed by an audience of district teachers at a district professional development day. Her insightful comments contributed greatly to that discussion. Congratulations, Paige.
Okay, next we have Aneesa Hill. No? Oh, sorry, I apologize. Veronica Lessing, also nominated by Ms. Hughes.
Veronica is on her way to New York. Veronica, or Vivi Lessing, walks the walk of social justice leadership. She is kind and accepting of all of her peers, and she's not afraid to stand up for those who are being excluded. Earlier this year, a student was being ridiculed and excluded in class. Vivi saw what was going on and quietly but bravely took an action that sent a clear message to the students that what they were doing was not okay. Her action was not in anger or confrontational, but was powerful just the same. The teacher in the classroom noticed what Vivi did and communicated it to the Social Justice Leadership Club sponsors. When Vivi was recognized for this in a social justice leadership meeting, it sparked the idea for the group to send thank you notes to students who embody our mission through actions that promote acceptance and inclusion.
She's also going to tell us about Daniel Wisely. Is he on the bus to New York? Yeah, we all want to be on that bus to New York. Mr. and Mrs. Wisely might be here. Okay. Ms. Hughes.
Last one. Daniel Wisely came to be involved with our group last year when students who were part of the Religious Diversity Journeys were invited to help us plan our culture fair. Dan distinguished himself as a leader from the start of this work, helping to write and star in a commercial for the event that was as entertaining as it was informative. This year, he became an official social justice leader and has contributed his thoughtful comments, his kind heart, and his quiet confidence to all of our activities. Because of these many talents, he was asked to be one of our 2 student moderators for the student discussion about social justice for the District Professional Development Day. The other moderator was a high school student, so being asked as a middle schooler was quite an honor. Despite the high pressure of the situation, Dan handled this role with grace and kept the discussion moving and the participants at ease. Thank you.
Okay, next is Thomas Lipke, nominated by Sherry Berlin Topper.
Good evening. I have the good fortune of nominating Thomas Lipke. Thomas is a senior at Cranbrook Kingswood School. He is an athlete, he's musical, he is philanthropic, and a well-rounded citizen. He has grown up into his role of gentle, outstanding citizen as I have known him since his birth. Thomas and his family live next door to me. Even as a young child, he would come over to sweep snow off my porch in the winter as a welcome surprise when I would return from work. He offered to water my tomato plants in the summer and to walk my dog in any weather. Among his qualifications, he is a member of the Student Council, the Gold Key Club, the Dome Club, and the STEM Club. He has performed various volunteer acts as Eagle Scout. As an Eagle Scout, he has held an impressive list of leadership positions and awards. He is also a state champion competitor in both swimming and crew rowing. He has also helped to raise over $5,000 for the Leukemia Society through Leukemia Cup Regatta. Thomas would be an excellent choice for the Youth Assistant Recognition Award.
Okay, next is Jensen Hewi, nominated by Joshua Barclay.
I'm not Josh Barclay. I don't look anything like Josh Barclay. I'm Carol Finkelstein, and it is my pleasure to recognize Jason Israeloff, if he could also come out and join us, please. Great, thank you. Appreciate having both of you here. Jensen and Jason are two exceptional leaders that have been nominated as a team since they've so masterfully worked in tandem to demonstrate the power of caring and collaboration. As WBHS Earth Club co-presidents, and Earth Club stands for Environmentally Aware, Ready to Help, they have spearheaded our student-driven solar campaign to power West Bloomfield High School Science Department entirely with solar power. They have selflessly spent hundreds of hours auditing the energy use of WBHS science, doing solar energy research studies, giving presentations to foundations and donors and to the Board of Education, coordinating fundraisers, writing grant applications, creating promotions, coding web pages, and so much more. We hope to install a 20 kilowatt solar array by 2020, but with their ambitious service, we may complete it 2 years ahead of schedule. Thus far, they've won over $8,000 in grants for the project and helped raise over $18,000 by the time of this writing. Some of the fruits of their efforts can be viewed online at wbhsearth.org. And Mr. Barclay, I join you in congratulating these wonderful students. Thank you for all you do. And I love this
Okay, next we have Emily Hamama, nominated by Heather Cruz.
So Emily's volunteer experience is truly unbelievable. A volunteer opportunity came up that really spoke to her, and that was Humble Design. Humble Design, excuse me, is a nonprofit that furnishes homes for families leaving the shelter. She volunteered this summer where she learned how the process worked. meeting families, learning about their stories, and figuring out what would make a home to them. Emily reached out to her friends and decided that they wanted to sponsor a home and create a team where they would get their hands dirty and furnish a home. Additionally, an earlier volunteer experience she had was donating her hair to kids with cancer. She donated 8 inches of her hair to Wigs for Kids. Emily states, "It always feels good giving back to the community, but overall, it's seeing the smiles that come with it." Congratulations, Emily.
And now Ms. Cruz has nominated Cory Tucker.
Throughout the summer, going into Cory's senior year, she volunteered with Detroit Water Ice Factory. Detroit Water Ice Factory is a business where all profits go to the nonprofit organization started by Mitch Albom called SAY Detroit. They sell the ice water, which is a variation of Italian ice, and all its profits go to the charity. Over the summer, Cory also volunteered 50 hours to the new location at the Franklin Cider Mill. While she was there, she served the community and commented on how good it felt to know that her service would go to other things such as offering after-school activities for the less fortunate, furnishing homes for families, providing a clinic for people who cannot afford to get insurance, and many other extraordinary things. Cory just recently found out that over $1 million was raised and donated to various charities around Detroit. She is very proud to have helped raise this amount. Congratulations, Cory.
Okay, now I'll call up Carly Lyons, nominated by Mary Kleem.
Good evening. These 4 students presented 12 Kids in Charge lessons to the 3 kindergarten classes at Roosevelt Elementary School. They had to learn the curriculum, demonstrate the lessons with puppets, and field questions from 5- and 6-year-old students. They came in before school to practice 1 day each week for 5 weeks, and they gave up their lunchtime several times a week. They showed tremendous growth as speakers and leaders. Our kindergarten students learned a great deal from their 5th grade mentors, and this was truly a win-win collaboration for all. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, ladies. Just to get all their names out there: Carly Lyons, Chow Ngwainbi, Ariana Sandhu, and Harshitha Sankaranarayaman. Congratulations to all of you. They are adorable. Okay, next we have Kyler Hiwa, nominated by Lisa Berkey from the Community Coalition, my good friend Lisa.
Kyler has been assisting the Greater West Bloomfield Community Coalition with website updates since last summer. Kyler was willing to train and learn from his brother, also our intern, and taking over assisting us with maintaining and updating our website as his brother is graduating this year. Kyler has volunteered on an ongoing basis to update our website as needed. He keeps our events section up to date with adding all of our new parent forums and removing them when the events are completed, adding resources and articles, anything I request that is needed for our site. He is also very helpful with our fundraiser when receiving online payments, RSVPs, and donations. Kyler is very eager to help us with all updates and makes all additions and changes to the site in a very timely manner. The Greater West Bloomfield Community Coalition is very thankful and appreciative to Kyler for all his hard work and expertise.
Thank you. Congratulations to Kyler. They really do have an outstanding website. I had no idea that that was done by a student. That's very impressive. Okay, next we have Catherine Elliott, nominated by Mike Weingarten.
It's my privilege to be here on behalf of Mr. Weingarten, and Mr. Weingarten writes, I would like to nominate my student, Katie Elliott, for volunteering her time as a peer tutor regularly for my 6th grade Viking Huddle students during Viking Huddle academics. Katie helps the students with their math assignments or anything else that they need help on. She always puts helping them before completing her own class assignments. My Viking Huddle class is very lucky to have Katie helping out in our classroom. She truly provides selfless service to my 6th grade students. The students really appreciate Katie helping them with their work, and I really appreciate having such a wonderful student helping out in my classroom. Please join me in congratulating Katie. Congratulations, and thank you for all you do. You're going to walk down the receiving line.
Next, we have Julianne Garcia, nominated by Sonia James. Okay, I think we have a larger group here, so it's Julianne Garcia, Hannah Grubbs, Mariana Cahill, Jamari Ledesma, Kennedy Grace Palmer, Samantha Puta, Inea Qureshi, Helene Swarinski, Aubrey Spencer. This is unbelievable. Look at this group. Jaden Taylor, Alana Willis, Ania Willis. Sisters? Wow, congratulations. Oh my goodness.
Yes, this is my ABC Club, which stands for Anti-Bullying Club. This is a student-driven club. They heard a lesson from their teacher in the class, and they decided that at Chico, they had friends, they had heard of things, they had heard of bullying activities happening in the building, and they wanted to do something about it. And they did. They harassed me, they followed me, they found me at lunch, they met me at the door, they were there after school, whatever. This is the one group in the building that kept Ms. James in line in terms of getting to a deadline and actually meeting their goal. This group has worked hard this year to spread the word of anti-bullying. They've made bullying forums. They presented at our leadership evening. They presented at our lead time before an anti-bully assembly. They performed as well. They are to be commended for just taking what the teacher had in terms of a lesson and really applying it to real life, because they found value in making sure that students at Chico were safe, they felt comfortable, and that bullying and harassment would not take place. So I'd like to commend them, and I'd ask for you to give them a round of applause for all the hard work they have done this school year. So thank you.
Ms. James, they keep you in line, is that what you said? I really would like to come there and see that. That's great. Okay, next is Danielle Boos, nominated by Judd Jones.
Danielle is not here. It is my pleasure to read this on behalf of Jed Jones. Danielle is a young lady at West Bloomfield High School who works in the Link peer mentoring program with students who have autism. Her caring personality and the respect that she has for these students is unparalleled to that of any of her peers. She will constantly engage in conversation and activity with students in such a loving and friendly manner that it would melt your heart. Danielle is the exact example of what a Link program is meant to establish between an atypical student and their peer with profound disability. She is a member of the girls lacrosse program and is extremely supportive to all of her peers. It is clearly evident that this individual has the world ahead of her. It is exciting to think where exactly her passions will take her. Please join me in congratulating Danielle Booz.
Next, we have Isabella Zuiba, nominated by Linda Rosberg.
Good evening. I brought a friend because Larry works with us at the Jewish Center. I'm thrilled to nominate Isabel for the Youth Recognition Award. I've had the pleasure of knowing Isabel and her family for many years. Together with my family, I run a special needs group that meets every Thursday at the Jewish Community Center in West Bloomfield. Our group is underwritten by the Northwest Child Rescue Women. We are able to host events for adults in the community that have special needs. This includes bingo, dances, dinners, bowling, arts and crafts, karaoke, and more. Isabel has been coming to our group as a volunteer since she was in the 3rd grade. Isabel's dynamic. She is smart, confident, and accomplished. Her hard work and accomplishments have contributed to her success as a student and as a leader. Her infectious smile and devotion to our group is a gift that goes beyond giving. She shines in this role and has committed to coming 2 times a month. She's a true asset to our program, and I truly enjoy having her. She is by far one of our favorite bingo callers, and she runs a mean karaoke. We are grateful and extremely fortunate to have volunteers like Isabel who spend a few hours each month making a difference in the lives of others. Great job.
Thank you for coming.
Good job. Good job.
Next, we have Bryce Van Den Avon, nominated by Summer Yono. Summer, that's my cousin. How wonderful to see my cousin. I didn't know I'd be seeing you.
Hi, Bryce. Hi. Okay. Bryce is an 11th grade student here at West Bloomfield High School. Bryce has been instrumental in helping me reach out to one of my students who's on my caseload as a school social worker. Bryce, who identifies with my student due to his own disability, is always positive, offering my student support in any way he can. Bryce offers advice on how to handle academics and advocating for yourself in education and how to manage social situations with my student. He does it in a way that is both encouraging and kind, while reminding him that he faces the same challenges himself. Bryce always looks forward to our next meeting and often reminds me that we need to meet, so that's always good. He truly enjoys being a mentor to the student. Bryce is bright, respectful, and always willing to go out of his way to be helpful. He's a pleasure to know and work with here at West Bloomfield High School. Thank you, Bryce. Congratulations.
I think that's all of the awards, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give all these kids a round of applause. Congratulations to all the kids, but I'm going to turn it back this way. Applause for the parents, because this doesn't happen easily. We know that. I just want to make a few remarks, ladies and gentlemen. I told you when I started that I'm excited to be here to come to positive events like this because my days usually start out with people making unfortunate choices. In any given day, and I want to speak to the young kids here, because you've made some great choices. Sometimes I see young people making poor choices, assaults, using drugs, abusing alcohol, dealing drugs, stealing someone's identity. Some of them have grown up in the same neighborhood, maybe had the same opportunities that you did, but you made different decisions, okay? And that is so relevant, that your choices were positive ones. I wish I could start my day like this every day. Moms and dads, I have to credit you. I will credit you because I realize every single day how dedicated parenting matters so much, and all of the work done by all of these people sitting here, especially West Bloomfield Youth Assistance. Everyone's really played a part here, the teachers and staff at all of these schools, for the important work that all of you do in encouraging these kids and in recognizing them. You know, I'm feeling a little inadequate by hearing what some of these kids have done. When I was their age, I don't remember doing stuff like this. I was listening to disco music. I was a big disco fan, and basically it just seemed like I wasn't out there doing all the good that you're doing. These kids have the same pressures as all other kids have with schoolwork and studying, chores, you know, socializing, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, cell phones, all this stuff that they probably put down because they were doing the good stuff, helping an elderly person. It's wonderful hearing about the kids that were going to the nursing home, the kids that were helping special needs kids, the young man that helped the West Bloomfield Community Coalition. This is all time, and it's a lot of time for kids that are so busy nowadays. Young men and women, your service made an imprint on a young boy or girl, a senior citizen, someone maybe who was ignored or lonely, and you really make a difference when you do that. One day, maybe those kids will be making a speech where I'm standing here now, and they're going to talk about how they were impacted by a stranger, especially these young kids that you help. They're going to talk about you. You may not know it, but they're going to talk about how your service made such an impact on them. So, you know, these ideals, values, and your service work, hopefully it will continue for years to come. I have no doubt about that because you're already here at such a young age. I want to thank you for raising the standards in society and being a visible badge of integrity. I leave you with a quote that I just loved from the ultimate giver, Mother Teresa, and that is, "Kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless. Never worry about numbers. Help one person at a time and always start with the person nearest you." God bless you all. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, on behalf of everyone at West Bloomfield Youth Assistance, we want to thank Judge Diane Agostini for being here tonight, and here's a little token of our appreciation. Well, as I said earlier, one of the things that we do is we mentor. So I'm just going to take a second. I want to mentor these young men and women back here. So someday, if you are up on a stage and you're at the pinnacle of your career, which I thought I was before tonight, as a deputy chief of police, and then you realize, you think everything's going really well, and you realize that you forget to mention one of the township officials that's sitting up here that's your boss. So I want to just point out Jonathan Warshay, and also our state representative for the 39th District, Tim Grimmell. Sorry about that. We'll talk tomorrow. As our ceremony comes to a close, we'd like to take a moment to thank the Greater West Bloomfield Cable Commission and Civic Center TV for their production and rebroadcast of what you were here and witnessed tonight. And you can go home in a few days and watch it all over again. Thank you to all the dignitaries and school officials that were here tonight. The nominators, thank you. If it wasn't for you, we couldn't have this ceremony. So thank you for taking the time to nominate these award winners. To our photographer, Bill Bertakis, he was around taking pictures. He's going to be in the lobby tonight. He'll take a picture of you and your family and the award recipient, and you get to take that home free of charge. We want to thank Bush's Market, Dairy Queen of Kego Harbor, and we want to invite all of you to stay after. There's some light refreshments back there. There are peanuts in there, so if anyone has a peanut allergy, we have some options for you. I was told I must say that to you. And I just want to say congratulations to the award recipients. Outstanding. Let's give them another round of applause. So once again, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here tonight. Thank you to all the award recipients, and have a great night. Thank you.